all aboard the education station.
Oh my God, it looks so clear. I can't wait to shop.
I see a lot of things
here. Okay. How are you, friend?
I'm doing great.
Good. This is my pre-K teacher, Miss Jasmine.
Hey, Miss Jasmine.
How are you?
All aboard, girl. I love it.
All right, you guys, all aboard the EDU station. So tonight, I know this is exciting for you guys because a lot of y'all haven't seen me go live with my podcast. So I'm like, I'm excited because I get somebody that wanted to go live. Everybody wanted to be pre-recorded, but I was like, you want to go live? Let's go live. I know people up. They just scrolling down Facebook right now. And so first, I want to take the time out and tell you thank you. If you haven't seen my podcast before, this is the EDU Station podcast where we have different speakers, different guests to come on, people that want to come on and talk about their business. Either they got something new coming out or we just have a hot topic. And right now we're talking about women in business this month for the month of March. But it seems like it's going all the way out. So this series is going to be just going until it stops, okay? And so we've been having so much fun with this. And I've been having so many people come on. If you are a woman in business and you want to come on to this podcast, you want to sit down, you want to chit-chat, now today I got my bottle of water, but I normally tell y'all grab your tea, grab your drink of choice, sit back, relax, get ready to be entertained, get ready to laugh, get ready to have fun. If you have questions, if you concerned, you're like, I want to know more about this company, I want to know more about this person. Don't feel free. Go ahead and hit the comments. Send a hi. Just tell us hi if you coming by just watching, okay? Share this with your family and your friends. Please go on YouTube, like us on YouTube, and go to the EDU Station Facebook page. So, with all that said, let's get ready to introduce our guest of honor of the day, which is Dr. Cindy. She sent me her bio, but y'all, I have to just literally give her flowers now because when I was in a bind of trying to figure out what to do as far as my course, this is for my course creator family out there. Hey, y'all, the ones that want to make money. Like, she can show you how to take the power, your purpose, your passion, and turn it into a course, a digital course, you guys, and get paid for it. Y'all be asking, how do you make the money? How do you get this done? How do you do this? You hire you a coach, baby. You hire somebody that's already know how to do this stuff. So she took the course. I have a vision board course. I haven't put it out there yet. She been on me about it. She be like, LaShawn, you need to get this course out. LaShawn, you need to get this course out. So, but we've been talking about it, and she been helping me put in the every little piece together. So let me give you her resume. Let me tell you a little bit about her, okay? So Dr. Cindy is a absolute powerhouse in the digital course world, a fearless educator tuned in industry experts who knows how to turn knowledge into a profit. Dr. Cindy is the mastermind behind the Brave Method. Yes, she is. And it's a proven framework that has helped countless women entrepreneurs transfer their big ideas into strategies, profitable online courses. And I'm a witness. Hey, y'all. And so with a strong education and partnership development background, Dr. Cindy doesn't just teach course creations. She's empowering women to own their expertise. Yes, she does. Building their legacy and unlock financial freedom on their terms. If you're ready to step into your power and turn your ideas into income, she can help you. So like I said, I read her bio, but just working with this phenomenal woman, we've been knowing each other now going on, 2 years now? Mm-hmm. She has 2 wonderful kids. She has, I wanted to make sure that wasn't me on my end. She wanted twins. And I remember when she told us about it, I was like, oh my God, you gave me twins. But that didn't stop her from continuing with building that community that she has over there in the Braver Method, the framework. And she was the first person. I'm gonna give her kudos because she was the first person that explained to me the framework, what a framework really means, and how to set that framework for everything you do in business. So I'm just gonna stop talking and let y'all hear from herself. Let me bring on, you already on the stage, Dr. Cindy. Go ahead and tell them hey.
Hey. Oh my gosh, LaShawn, thank you so much. It's such an honor to be on your podcast and connect with your community. You are a powerhouse. I mean, from the moment that I met you, I saw it in you, just this incredible inner drive that you have. You're so incredibly passionate about everything that you do. And I was just honored to just be in your space. You say so many good things about me, but I can't say enough about you and everything that you do. We've known each other for a while now, and I love that everybody that I end up coaching or mentoring, they just end up becoming like really good friends of mine. So it's one of those things where we're just connected because we have that energy, that ambition. And it's just an honor to be here and an honor to connect with you. So thank you so much for having me. And I'm excited to just talk about women and entrepreneurship and connections and relationship and really turning that expertise, that experience that you have into something that is your story that you can share with the world, and more importantly turn that 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 impact, that positive impact into income as well.
And I think that's a lot of what a lot of people have to understand. If you are passionate about what you do, I don't care if it's if you know how to change tires and you want to teach somebody how to change tires, it's a course for that and you can get paid for it.
It's true. And it's incredible because a lot of the times people think that, you know, a course that will sell is only a course that is like health related or business related or relationships, but that is so far from the truth. I mean, people look online for so many different types of courses, from how to build a deck to how to pressure wash to how to create healthy meals for my kids, how to sleep coach, how to change a tire, like you said, how to set things up, how to organize. I had a student that we took an entire home decluttering and home management system that she had, and we turned it into a course. And it's a process, really. It's a process and a system of how to declutter. And people look for that stuff all the time.
They really do, because I do.
Right? Exactly. So, I mean, it's incredible to, you could even have a course on how to pair different types of meals that you make with different types of wines. I mean, it's the list goes on. There's so many courses that you can create that are out there. And I just love to be able to not only teach people that process, but also I really also get to learn so much about them as well.
Yes. And so why do you believe the method how does it resonate with a lot of people that you have worked with, like far as the Brave method? Kind of break that down. What is, so that way everybody knows the framework and what this method really does.
Yes. Okay. So one of the greatest things about this method is that it gives people a place to start, because a lot of the times when I meet my students, they have an idea, they have a course topic. Sometimes they have one, sometimes they have many, but they just don't know where to start. So the Braver method is really the starting point, depending on where you are. Just really quickly to tell you, the Braver method stands for brainstorming your course topic, researching your target audience, creating an A, action plan. Action plan is the course action plan. V is creating value-driven content. E is engaging, because this is one of the reasons why the Braver method works and why it's a successful method, because you can create a course that has a ton of information, but what people are really looking for is the transformation that the course actually has. So that's where the value and engagement part is. And then R stands for results. It's what kind of results are you looking to achieve within that course, so that you can define that and then ultimately work towards getting that. And that's in a nutshell what the Braver method is. I mean, we can extend that so much more,
That's great.
but for the purposes of this
Right.
purposes of this podcast, and to give value to everybody that's watching, that is the very short version of what the Braver method represents. And if you follow this exact process, by the end you will have a profitable course that you can present as an offer to individuals when you're starting your online business. It's an offer that not only can help you to make an income, but also make an impact, because you can touch so many other people all over the world.
And it's for me, when I joined, I was looking at how can I make money while I'm asleep?
Right?
How can I get that income to where I'm making money while I sleep? But while we on that, what's some of the biggest mistakes that you see when people making when they creating digital courses? What are some of the biggest mistakes you have seen?
Well, some of the mistakes that people make when they first start off is trying to do everything manually. There are so many incredible automation software and processes that you can be able to input that
Right.
that a lot of the times people are not aware of. They think that they have to do everything on their own and everything by themselves. And so that is one of the biggest mistakes. You have to really learn how to automate everything in your system, and how to create an evergreen process, so that you can then remove yourself from the equation to the formula for profit.
I hope y'all taking some notes, because I got to get to the point. I'm automating.
Right? Yes. Automated life. That's the way to do it, right?
Make it
Automated
easy.
life.
And I
Yes.
would say that is the truth, because when I start doing like digital courses or even selling my workbooks and everything else, just having it set up on a plan to where it's just a flow. What's the triggers? What come next? They get an email. The email go this way. And a lot of people probably be like, oh, LaShawn, you're talking over my head. That's why you see the link below. Just go down there, find her page. You see her link right there. Schedule you a one-on-one, and she gonna teach you how to create that digital product. So let me go back a little bit, because I know I'm getting people popping in, popping out. So let me say this. A lot of us, we are business owners. Some of us are not business owners. It's okay. You could be a working mom that tell your story. Tell your story. That's a profit. Being able to tell somebody how do you potty train a 2-year-old? How do you do this and that? Because your potty training tips might be different from everybody else's. But guess what? Now you have a digital course that you can sell and make money off of it. I'm just
and you know,
just write that down.
Yeah. And you know, a lot of the times people don't realize that what they know is so valuable to someone else.
And not only that, you're keeping knowledge away from somebody else that probably needs it right then and there. So one of my things that I have noticed that I was going, once I get back into the course and doing everything else, is the outlining. Just having an outline of where you see what you need for your course, what you need to put in, because that's where that automation come into play. Once you outline that course, you're able to pull that person that you need to put in play to do the jobs that need to be at hand, you know. And so that was one thing that I did love about the course, is the outline. I was like, oh my God, I got an outline now. All I have to do is just plug and play where I need to put it.
Yeah, it's really just such a simple process, and there's so many different tools out there that can assist you. You know, I'd love to have a full-blown lengthy conversation about how ChatGPT can literally reduce your time in half to create just the outline, because that's really, it's so powerful how AI can help you do that. Now, depending on what you ask it, it can help you to create that course. And of course, you want to be able to add your own style, right? You want to be able to add your LaShawn salt and pepper. You want to be able to add your marinade on there, and you've got to be able to give ChatGPT that ingredient so that then they can be able to know how to do that. And that's the biggest thing that I believe a lot of people are missing. Yes, ChatGPT can help you in so many ways, but they cannot help you to be you. You have to teach it to be you so that it can then help you to craft a course that is for you. And then going back to, one of the biggest mistakes, I did want to add, it's not really a mistake, but it is something that a lot of people get very stuck in, that I see when they are starting to marinate the idea of creating a course. They always ask me, Cindy, should I create a course first, or should I build my audience on social media or build my network more so that I can be able to put this course out there? And my answer is, it doesn't matter. You just start. Whatever it is, you can do one at a time or you can do both at a time. The important thing is for you to start. If you decide, okay, I'm going to first grow my platform and my audience, and I'm going to do that for the first 6 months or 12 months or whatever it is, and then I want to dedicate next quarter to the course and crafting the offer, which is crafting the digital product, then you can go and do that, and then you can take off with both of them and then start at the same time. But you run them parallel, or you can do one at a time. So that is probably one of the most common points that I see a lot of people just get stuck in. So that's the very truthful answer. The very truthful answer is pick something and go with it. And and get it done. One of the things that I've learned with working with so many students is that action alleviates anxiety.
Yep.
Take that action and you're gonna succeed. You're gonna succeed. So create the course or build that audience, or do both.
That's great. I say that's some great tips right there. Just start. I just typed in just start. And that was one of my things. Yeah, of course, challenges come in the way, obstacles come in, distraction gonna peep its little head, but you have to just literally take that time. And that, like I said, working with Dr. Cindy, she gives you that time. She's like, okay, LaShawn, so what we working on this week? And I'm like, okay, I got this. I started with the vision board course. She was like, okay, I'm excited. So now you got this going on. I'm like, yes. So it's like you having your own cheerleader right on the side of you. She gonna get on you as well and be like, okay, LaShawn, you said you had this going on. So what's going on today? What we're doing? And and so we working on something new with the business credit for entrepreneurs, as that's my new course that I'm coming out with. And so she was so excited. She was like, oh my God, okay. What are you? I was like, okay, she's excited. I'm over here in a paranoid, like, okay, wait a minute. Can I put this? Can I add this? Because she's just like, I see, once you wash and repeat, you're doing the same steps. You just add another flavor. You just adding something else, and you adding something else. And so by the time you finish with Dr. Cindy, you probably got about 6 courses going in your belt. So now that's 6 streams of revenue that's coming in. And I'm saying this because a lot of people are always asking, how can I make money and not have to do so much? This is easy. You basically, you're the face of your own brand. Long as you are literally passionate about this is something that you're passionate about. For instance, I got a podcast coach on here. I don't know what she is, but I seen her pop in. You love podcasting. If you develop a course just talking about podcasting, and it just be your voice and they just going through the course themselves, you just make some money. It's better than 60. And then probably send it over there too. But we can talk about courses all day long. This is us. But I want to get to this part. What would you say to a woman that's just literally sitting on $1 million right now? $1 million ideal, but letting fear keep her stuck.
Ooh. Well, I would ask her, where's that fear coming from? I would ask her, where is that fear coming from? You know, because there was somebody that I spoke to recently that wants to create a course, and she is a millionaire, you know, and she's had so many different businesses and she's had so many different products. But for her, recording a course and doing live videos, it's like the biggest fear that she has. Just getting in front of a camera. And it's incredible because this person has been so successful in so many other things and so many different things. But there's always something that holds people back. So it's really, really important to just unpack that and say, where's that coming from? Where's that fear coming from? What is it that you are?
Right.
What is it that you're going through? And then help them to unpack that.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Because fear, and I talked about this yesterday on my live. You know, a lot of people don't understand being an entrepreneur is not easy. You have that self-doubt. Sometimes we're our worst critic. I'm just gonna be honest. Sometimes I beat up on myself, and people be like, "You're doing so great. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited." And I be my own worst critic because I'm like, I needed to look like this, and I needed to do like this, and you have these big ideals in your head. And sometimes fear do set in because you have the fear of will people like my product, who will purchase it, who won't purchase it. I'm telling you from my own experience, it takes for you to really push it. And what I mean by that is you post anyhow. You continue to push your methods anyhow. You talk about your methods through every conversation. Anybody that you have a conversation with, you talk about your course. You talk about like how fearful you were to even do the course. Because it happens. I just remember, just like I said, being in the course with everybody. Everybody had their stuff together. We was in the group and everybody was like, "Oh, I got this." We had a doula. We had somebody doing this. We had somebody doing that. And I'm like, oh, I'm just talking about a vision board, But everybody was like, okay, tell me more about the vision board. And I'm like, oh, okay, they ready. Okay, hold on. Boom. And so it's like being in a crowd of people that don't know you and then versus the people that do know you, it does set that fear in because the people that do know you looking at them like, oh, okay, is they really gonna bite from this? But go around people that do not know you. That way you get used and comfortable talking about your digital product. It sells faster too. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah. And you know what? And oftentimes the biggest thing that holds us back is that it's not perfect. And the reality is that something that is done is better than something that is perfect. And that is what helps even me to move the needle forward. Something that is done is better than something that is perfect. And also, and I think for me, like, because I have that background in education and serving, I always think about who are the people that I wasn't able to touch or I wasn't able to impact because I didn't do what I was called to do. And that hits me hard. That hits me hard because it's like I didn't put myself out there and I didn't share what it is that God put in my heart and what God called me to do. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. And therefore, whoever was supposed to receive that didn't receive it,
Oh, that's good. That's powerful. That's powerful. because you taking that time to go reach back and bring those forward, the ones that you haven't. Yeah, that's good. That's real good. And so before we get into, I want to talk about your events and everything else, but before we get into this, and how often do you talk about building a legacy, like making sure, because you got two beautiful kids now, them girls beautiful. So you're building
Yeah.
a legacy now. So now, what does legacy looks like for you? Like, what does it look like now?
Yeah. So that's a really good question because it's always evolving and transforming. You know, I've been a mom
Yeah.
now for 2 years. And when I first started my coaching business in 2017, it was really because I truly felt that there was something in me that I felt I needed to share. And that's what inspired me in 2017 to start my coaching business. And then in 2020, I was having health issues, and then I started my consulting business, and then it just evolved into me helping women to create digital courses, crafting
Mhm.
digital courses. And a part of me did think about me being a mom and me being able to have that opportunity to be a mom and then also build my business. I think the most important thing for me define when it comes to defining legacy is really being able to be a role model for my daughters and saying the biggest dreams that you can have, like go after them. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
don't, and let me be the example for that. You know, don't ever think that, you know, you can't do something or it's not possible, because there's no such thing as can't. There really is no such thing as
Mm-mm.
can't. And there is no dream that is too big. So the legacy that I want to leave behind is for my daughters to be able to know that every dream that I had, I chased no matter what.
Mhm. Uh-uh. That's good. That's good. And that's same here. Like with legacy for myself, I see that I want to make sure that my kids know that, good work ethics. That's one of my biggest thing. I proud my parents and their parents and parents before them to show them great work ethics. Like this hard work. Yeah, you can go into getting a building. I can pass that down to my kids, but I want them to keep that good work ethic. I want them to see a role model of an entrepreneur, an image of
Mhm.
a great entrepreneur out here doing, striving for success, getting things done, setting goals, meeting the mark and doing things. Is it going to be good days? It is. Is it going to be some bad days? Yes. But setting that legacy to where you know for a fact that you can and you will get it done, and you are. It's possible. All things are
I
possible.
It's true. All things are possible. And if there's one thing that I can give to my daughters or I can show them is, or anybody that's listening now, is to find the courage within you to chase your dreams, because that is truly what I found to help me be successful in what I have done, is finding the courage within me, finding the confidence within me to actually do it. And I think that that's really one thing that holds a lot of people back. They they have fear, you know, and it's just like this made up fear. It's like false evidence appearing real. That's
Yep.
really what fear is. It's false evidence appearing real. And I for everybody that's listening in this podcast right now, if you have a dream, take the little steps of courage that you find within you to be able to take that next step. You don't have to take the big leaps, because I know that my personality is not the same as as other people's. Like, I'm ambitious, I'm a go-getter, I'm like, let's go, what do we gotta do to make it happen, you know, because like I'm just like ready, I'm ready to go, you know, and that's just in me. Like, I'm an executor. Like, I like to be able to take something and make it better and bigger, and like that's just my personality. And I understand that not everybody is like that. Some people have to some people have to be able to get coached by someone to be able to bring that out. So I think when you are thinking about something you want to do, you have to be introspective and say, what intrinsically motivates me, right? What motivates me from within, that it's like easy peasy for me to do, like no questions asked, those boxes are checked no matter what. But then what is it that I need extrinsic motivation for? And when you are able to define that extrinsic motivation, then you're like, I need a coach. This is what I need a coach for. And so you can surround yourself around those people so that you can then be able to find the courage within you to chase those dreams and do those things that you aspire to do. It's not that it's not possible for you. It's about being introspective of what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses, and how can you be able to have a solution for it moving forward. Oof. That's
powerful. Yeah, you said a mouthful. You said a powerful mouthful, because I was sitting here like, wait a minute. I see myself in that, you know, just getting back to creating my digital course platform. I put it on the wayside because I started focusing on everything else. And so I was like, I said, I need to know, how can I get back into creating digital products to where making sure that they're fun, making sure they're engaging, making sure it's on the topic, the trend of what's going on right now. And so we have men and women that watch this podcast. And also I want to encourage everybody that you have the power to create something awesome. You have the power to create the profit that you want, the idea that's in your head right now that you're thinking about. I want to create a digital course that can help with young entrepreneurs, or a barbershop, or a nail tech, or anything that you're thinking about. She's telling you, let's set aside that fear. If you do not have a coach or a mentor, anything of that nature, Dr. Cindy, her website is up here. She has and I was looking at it while we was talking, but she has a few things that's coming up, a free course creation blueprint. And so you go to Dr. Cindy's page, and I pulled it up, but I don't know if I did. Media Showcase. Let me see if it'll let me do it. It's probably not. I try my best. Some days I'm good with technology, and some days I'm not. But anywho, she has a free course creation blueprint that walks you through that. And I have been through the blueprint. I looked at it myself. And then she has a couple of other things that's going on. A free upcoming event inside the Bold Her Creator. Request to join. So that's the Facebook group, right? That they can join the Facebook group.
Yes, so you can join the Facebook group, and I have 3 different workshops that I'm going to be doing. That's going to start next week, and it's going to help with goal setting. If you are a business owner and you're the kind of person that you set quarterly goals, or maybe you don't set quarterly goals, but you know you need to set some quarterly goals and you want to have that consistent accountability, then this workshop is going to show you a process that I use so that you can be able to set some goals and how you can be able to create those weekly wins. So that's a great group for you to join. It's a private Facebook group. And it's perfect for anybody that's, you're a women entrepreneur, you're a coach, you're a service provider, you're a storefront owner, you're just getting started into the online space, and you want to be able to connect with a group of like-minded women. This Facebook group can do that for you. So that's going to be a goal setting course that I'm going to be running. After that, I'm going to be running a group to grow your Instagram audience. I have a specific formula of how you should do your posts. Yeah, of how you should how you should post, you know, and there is a process, you know, there's a process for you to be able to connect with people. And I'm gonna share with you guys the process that I use, how to be able to post on Instagram. I have some people that are saying, well, I'm also active on LinkedIn and Facebook, and this process can be used anywhere. I talk about Instagram because that's mostly where I hang out, but this formula can work for any social media platform. And then the third workshop that I'm going to be running is we're going to be talking a little bit more in detail about Course by Design, which is actually it is the program that I have where I teach the Braver method in more detail. So those are the 3 workshops that I'm going to be running, and you definitely want to get in there and share what you do, connect with other people, because I am a firm believer that let me just say this, there's power in proximity. There's so much power in you being able to have that proximity with other people, and that energy, you can be able to connect it and transfer it to other people. So I'm a firm believer in that, and that's what my hope is, that this Facebook group can continue to do.
Awesome. I'm excited about the 30-day grow your Instagram. I'm not an Instagram fan. I'm trying. I barely like Facebook some days, but you know, I'm trying. But again, that's something that I can say, I can be honest about. I need help in. So if you are somebody that's out there that's like, hey, I need to sharpen my skills on what I need to post, how I need to post, what time I need to post, how many posts a day, because I have a social media team. And so sometimes I'm like, I want to know if the team, if I don't have that team no more, how can I replace them and still have the wheel going, you know? So if you haven't already gone to our Facebook page, look up this stuff, get going.
Right. And you know, so Facebook Suite is powerful. And I learned about Facebook Suite because of my virtual assistant that I had, Ellie. And she showed me how you can go inside of Facebook Suite and it will literally give you the analytics of when your audience is the most active. So they will say, hey, on Facebook, you have an audience at 7 o'clock and they are active. They're the most active. You have the most active audience at 7 o'clock. Yep. And it will literally tell you down to the number at the time when it's most active. So that's what I really like about the Facebook Suite. The other thing that I wanted to say is that when you are in the process of choosing a platform, my recommendation for anybody listening on this podcast is to just pick a platform that you are the most comfortable in. If you like to hang out on TikTok, then start creating content on TikTok. If you're somebody that prefers to be on LinkedIn or on because you like to write articles because that's like your jam, then hang out on LinkedIn. If you're more of a visual person, that you know you like the idea of going on and just sharing your dailies, then Instagram might be your jam. If you're more about the Facebook groups and all of that, and just be, because Instagram and Facebook are very similar. So I would just say it's just pick a platform that you're the most comfortable in and that you see yourself making it a simple process for you to be able to connect all the time. See, like for me, I've been really wanting to get into YouTube, right? Like YouTube has been, because there is power in YouTube. There's so much power. And I've been really wanting to go in there and hang out, especially with these YouTube shorts that they have now. I've been really wanting to go in there. And I've been trying to see how I can easily automate that into my life. And so once I can be able to easily automate that into my life, that's when I can press that. That's when I can press that 10x button and say, okay, we can 10x this YouTube content. But I think that's really important, you know, thinking about how you can easily create that content for which platform.
Because I was talking to a friend of mine before we get ready to wrap this up. I was talking to a friend of mine that got great ideas that, every time you don't have to always do a webinar. You don't have to just create a community. Start off with creating a community, a great community that trusts in you, that love like trust factor. And if you start with one course and they see that course has helped them, that it showed results, you get to the next course, and the money will come. I'm just gonna be honest with you, the money will come, because most people, that's the biggest thing in their head is, how do I get to the money though? By creating that awesome course that will help them either generate income, or I like the one that you just said. Well, I think that one that passed though. That one was yesterday. It was a vision and goal setting workshop for faith-based business owners. I seen that one on my list that I was going to talk about. That for those that are looking for a course to create that is something of that nature, it still can go on. Like, you can create a course right now, 3-day workshop, a course that just runs on its own. You ain't really in the course, but you done did the course and you just teaching it just from them clicking a button. Sometimes I think we overthink it, because I know I'm an overthinker. I'd be like, okay, nope, I need this background, I need this, and it overthinks it. I'm not saying just throw crap together, okay? I'm saying make it perfect, but I mean, it ain't got to be all that. Once you send it out I did a beta test. I'm doing a beta test right now with a couple of products I got going on, projects. And once I test it out and I see, and they like it, this person like it, they give me the feedback, then I go back into that course, and guess what I do? Okay, I change some things around. I make it to where it goes for this learner, it's active for that learner and this person. So when it comes to course creating, I know we didn't talk about it, but I think it's one of my questions. I'm over here looking at my question sheet. But when it comes to course creation, is how long do a course need to last? Is it a time length, or is it however you want it?
Yeah, so that is a really good question. And research tells us that the average student, the average learner, will engage into a course as much as 6 weeks. So you never want to create, well, I don't recommend that you create a course that's more than 6 weeks. I think 4 to 6 weeks is a sweet spot for a lot of people who are creating a course. 4 to 6 weeks is a sweet spot. But you also talked about the learner, which I think is so important. Oftentimes, the difference between a transformation course and just an information course is the type of delivery format. And that's one of the things that I teach inside of the course, inside of Course by Design. And you can download this blueprint. And when you download this blueprint, for anybody that's on this show, when you download this blueprint, I will get on a call with you. I will send you my link, and we will get on a coaching call, and I will walk you through this process and any questions that you might have, anything that's holding you back, anything that, any ideas that you might have. I'm happy to sit down and have a conversation with you about it, because one of the most recent conversations that I had with someone is they have an incredible course that they want to put out there, and the biggest thing that's holding them back is that they don't know how to deliver it. They don't know how to deliver the course. And what I mean by that is that they don't understand the best method of delivering that course. And so inside of Course by Design, I talk about creating a course based on your download dynamic. And what your download dynamic is, after you take a communication assessment, then you can understand the 4 different styles of learning and creating a course based on your download dynamic, because people will gravitate towards that download dynamic. A lot of the times, what I see is that people want to create a course, and they want to create what they think a perfect course is.
Right.
But the perfect course is really the course the person who's teaching the course. Because once you understand what your download dynamic is, then you can be able to create that course and people will come because people will connect with you, with your story, with your experience, with your style,
Right.
with your delivery.
Oh, that's good.
So you know, when I was telling you about that person that I was talking to, that they got on the call, you know, what was her biggest fear? And it was getting on camera and doing a video. But it's because she in her mind had an image of this is the perfect course. The reality is that you can create an incredibly powerful course without you ever having to do one video recording.
That's good. That's good. And that's for my people that's out there, because I got some shy business owners that I've been inboxing like, hey, jump on the podcast with me. Oh no, I'm camera shy. Oh no, I'm camera shy. I'm like, how do you do business if you camera shy? You can't be camera, your face, you gotta be, you're a walking billboard. Come on. You know, but for my listeners, for you to, how can they reach out to you again? Get them your contact information. What I know you like to play in Instagram. That's where you like to go. She'd be on Facebook every now and then, but share your contact information so that way they can follow up with you.
Yeah, so you can connect with me on Instagram at DrCindyGarcia. And then Facebook, it's just Cindy Garcia on Facebook. And if you head on over to this link, you can connect with me. I'm happy to send you an email. We can connect in that way and we can jump on a call. I have a heart for educators. I believe that that's why they gravitate towards me. My background is in education, so I gravitate towards educators, and I'm happy. That's why I was so excited to do this podcast, because I know that you have a community of educators as well.
Yes.
And I have a heart for it. And so I'm happy to connect with anybody that would love to get on a call and talk about course creating and being able to take what they have, what they already offer, because sometimes it's a product, right? An actual physical product that you have, right? And then sometimes it's just a service that you offer. And it's just a matter of being able to package that into a digital course. Like, for example, I had one student where she has like a box, and it's a box of journals. And she said so everybody that enrolls into her course, she has a journal that she gives away, and it's this incredible like box that she presents. And so that was the product that she was selling. She was able to insert that product into the course and complement that product with the course. Purposeful journal. So I think it's just a matter of really thinking about how you can be able to take what you have and then insert that into a digital course.
And again, with like she told us, like with the platforms, same with the courses. You just find a platform that's easy for you to navigate, something that is, you have to spend a whole lot of money to develop. And then once you get to the big time when you start getting all the people that's buying the courses, find you that nice, perfect platform to host your course. I know we didn't get into all that, talking about that, but we gave you a little sneak peek of course creation, for those that are like, look, I need to find something to free up my time or earn another stream of income. This is it. Digital courses was talked about, I know, during the pandemic, a little bit in 2024, and now 2025, you are seeing a lot of people talking about digital courses. You're seeing people that are like, hey, buy this digital course and you can resell the digital course. I know I see it all the time on my TikTok. They're like, hey, purchase this and you can purchase it and resell it. Well, if you don't know the first thing of the digital course world, you're buying something, but you don't even know what platform to resell it on.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that you brought that up, because what that is master resale rights.
Right.
The master resale rights is perfect for someone who maybe doesn't have a idea or a course or something, but they know that they want to be able to start an online business. And so that is really a great option for someone who doesn't have an idea, and I think that it is a great solution, because oftentimes some people just don't know. They're like, I don't know what I want to create a course on, but I do know that I want to get into digital and into the digital space, into the online business space. I don't know. And so I think that that's a really good start, because what that does is that it does help you to build and brainstorm an idea of your own. So yeah, that's yeah, it's always a good start. And the other thing too is the time. Anything that you do in life is going to take time, and it's just a matter of taking an inventory of your time and saying, okay, I can dedicate 30 minutes of my time, on this days, to be able to dedicate to creating that course.
Right.
And it's little by little, like my thing has always been, done is better than perfect. Move on.
Done. You sound like my friend Francis. That's what she was like. LaShawn, just get it done. And I'm like, okay. One of my courses digital course that I want to talk about is my retail journey, because everybody thinks like, I mean, I know it's boutique owners out there. I know it's different people, but my slaying is retail. Being an entrepreneur sometimes can be a little ghetto out here, but being a retail owner is a different beast. It is different. I mean, but I'm really thinking about just a small little course about just Shopify, how to use the Shopify, breaking that down, how to find the best themes and everything else. Because if somebody come to you in your inbox all the time, excuse me, these my seasonal allergies. I was outside in the yard trying to put mulch down, knowing I ain't supposed to be out there. But anyway, so somebody asking you questions, or you getting people inboxing you about, hey, how do you do this and how do you create this? Guess what? That's the knock at the door guy that's telling you, hey, gonna create a little small mini course. Create that ebook. Start out with go ahead and create that course. Go ahead and get it done. So that way they can stop asking you. And then guess what? There's your power, there's your purpose, and there's your profit. Because now they ain't got to ask you no more, because you're going to create a course about it. You done told people about how you can do, like I get people asking, oh, I want to open up an educational store in my area. Okay. But see, you got to really have the passion for this. So I have the passion to open up an educational store because, like I tell everybody, I was their number one shopper. I knew the back end of what they was doing and a couple of other things. I didn't know everything, but I knew a little bit of some things. But that's my passion. My passion is childcare. I can sit on the phone and talk to somebody all day long about enrollment, marketing, budgeting, doing this in childcare. How we're gonna have different things for career lesson planning. So guess what? Make it a digital course. And she said it don't have to be a year course. It don't have to be a 2-year course. It could be something for 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Don't make these courses more than what they gotta be. Ain't nobody trying to be in no course for 6 years.
Right? Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. And and nobody wants that. Nobody wants a 6-year course. I think the important thing to think about is what is the outcome at the end of the course. What is it that people are looking to achieve at the end of the course?
That's it.
And that's the important thing to focus on, because if it takes you a month to achieve that outcome, then it's a 1-month course. If it takes you 4 weeks to achieve that outcome, then it's a 4-week course. So it's really about defining that outcome and thinking about how much time is it going to take for me to achieve that outcome.
Well, for our final words of encouragement for the whole podcast, what is some final words of encouragement that you can give the people?
Final words of encouragement. So, there is a series that I just that I was watching on YouTube. It's Robert Herjavec. He's one of the founders or one of the hosts of Shark Tank.
Yes.
And one of the things that it's actually a series that I think you might want to look into, because it's everything I learned from a billionaire to become a millionaire, because these people ain't talking about millionaires. These people talking about billionaires with a B. Okay. So here I am watching this series, right? And he's like interviewing different people. And he said, you know, out of all these incredibly successful people that you have met and that you have interviewed, what is it about those who succeed and those who don't? Like, what is that one ingredient? And he said, the one ingredient that I've found is having an inner drive. Having a drive inside of you that no matter what, this is going to happen. And having that big picture inside of your mind, know that if God gave you that vision, if God gave you that calling, if God gave you that inner drive, it's your mission to be able to put that out there. And so for me, it was so encouraging, because he talked about how you could make money doing anything. I mean, really, truly, like, that's why we have so many incredibly millionaires, billionaires, successful people, because you could make money doing anything. It's really just a matter of defining what is it that you truly love to do, how can you make money doing that, and finding that inner drive within you to say, that says, I'm going to succeed no matter what, in this venture. So that's my advice to you, you know, to find that inner drive within you. And it's different for everybody. Nobody's going to give you that answer. You're going to have to find that. You could listen to every podcast, you could read every book, you could do any single course, but it is the inner drive within you that you need to find to be able to get you to where you're called to be.
The reason why I love, because yesterday I went live on my personal Facebook page, and I just shared my journey of what right then of just driving, because I love my car checks. If you're a part of the Be About Your Business page, I do my car checks every week, Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday. We do inspiration and praise and come on and motivate you. And so Saturday, just after blue, some Saturdays after blue, I just go live on my personal page and just tell them that it's not what the reason why people got so much to talk about you is because it's what you do. You've shown the results. You've shown the results of what no challenge that can come your way. You have shown the results that you're going to continue to do it no matter what. No matter what, nobody throw a rock at your door. You're going to keep going through that door. You're going to get the door fixed. You're going to keep going rocking through it. They can throw a door in your window, a rock in your window. Guess what? You're going to get the window repaired, and you still going to open up the shop anyway. You're going to continue to go no matter what. And so nobody understands. I can't explain my drive. I can't explain why I got a high energy. It's because it's a passion in me. That's what I do. And no matter what, I'm going to make sure I get it done. No matter what. And it might not look, success may not look the same for me and you, but I know what I need to get done. I know what my purpose and what my passion is. And so when you said that, I do the Shark Tank person, because he's the inspiration of me, because he talks kind of crazy, like kind of sassy, but you got to catch the words that he's spitting out. Like, you got to catch it, because a lot of times when you hear him talk, it's more like, is he talking to me? When you said you billionaires, I was just in the room on Thursday with billionaires. And I was trying to explain to them my excitement of just sitting beside somebody that got a storefront, and she telling her story of how her grandparents was the ones that started the store, and then it branched off to a third generation.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, somebody, a third generation. And she said it was handed down to me. It was handed down to her parents, to hand down to me, to hand down to somebody else. So they keep it into the generation. To another lady that was telling me, oh yeah, that her dad and them do carpentry work and do all this, and they are billionaires. This is locally in my city. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna ask God, how did I get in the room? I want to say thank you, God, for putting me in the room, because
Thank you, Jesus. That's right. All praise to him.
I see where my future is going. If I continue to do it no matter what, I could be them. I'm sitting right beside what my future looks like.
Amen. Amen. They are going to put a portrait of LaShawn Carter in the library of your hometown, sister. Woo!
I did. I was just, I mean, and I hope I always tell them, I said, I hope I say something to encourage you, motivated you to think about where you want to be in your life. Don't just say it. Get started on it today. It's no sense of you saying, oh, it's because I work a 9 to 5. Baby, it's people that work a 9 to 5 and still developing courses. It's people that work a 9 to 5 and they still open up a business on the side. It's so many entrepreneurs out here. It's so many business owners out here that are great at what they do. And it's time for you to digitize that stuff. Get a course. Make it a course. If you good at waxing, make a course about waxing, the best wax product. This, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's no need to be trying to hustle to get the money when you can really be sitting back and your cash out. I mean, not cash out. We don't do business through cash app. I'm telling people now, you're doing business through cash app, go ahead and change. But your Stripe account, your let me see, Shopify, because Shopify make the sound too. Cha-ching, cha-ching. That's all you hear. But see, you got to start somewhere. You got to get out that fearful lane and get over here into positivity lane. Get over here to where a community is going to embrace you. See, a lot of people, that's the problem. We're not in a powerful community. We're stuck on an island by ourselves and just want to just be over here instead of trying to network and get into a community that can help you. I'm telling y'all this because when I met Dr. Cindy, the time I met her, I was in an alum, like literally like going like this. And so she's talking to me on my way home. I don't even know where I was coming from. I forgot what the heck. I said, girl, I'm just now pulling up at the house. Hold on. I'm sitting in my car and I'm talking to her about the course and telling her this. And then I started feeling like I was having a therapy session for a moment with her. And so I say this because she was like, I'm gonna invite you to the community. You ain't gotta pay nothing right now. You just think about it. You ain't gotta pay anything. I'm gonna invite you to the community. And I'm thinking in my head, you ain't gotta pay nothing, because most times when I'm talking to coaches and mentors, the first thing come out their mouth is what? How much their fees are. She was totally different. She said, LaShawn, I believe in you. I see this course coming to fruition. I just need you. You need some people to support you. Come on over here. Come on over here. So I got in the course, and I think we had a Monday. Was it a Monday call or Wednesday calls? I think we either had one of them days. We had a Wednesday call where we would get on. It was accountability. It was asking what you had going on, what you got to do. And I'm listening to all these powerful women talking. I'm like, and it was like, oh, and here's LaShawn. Y'all, she's a fire. She was telling my bio, and I'm up here like, oh, okay. She know a little bit about me. Okay. And introduced me into the room. And right then and there, I found my community. I found where I can go to build this course. I found somewhere where I can actually, like, and this not me just like tooting her horn. This is real life. She introduced me to Clubhouse. I'm like, who is Club and who is House? I gotta download another app, Cindy. She said, yes, LaShawn. So I get on Clubhouse. That was one of my first little speaking gigs to really start me off into speaking publicly. She was one of the ones that was like, between her and another coach, they was the ones that was motivating me to get on stage, to do this, that you got a voice that people will listen. But if you continue to sit over there in that island by yourself, no one will be able to hear what wonderful things that you have done. Why be a business owner and have the best kept secret to yourself and not be able to pass that down to another young entrepreneur?
Mm-hmm.
Create a course. Create something. Anytime I'm in my car, this is a freebie for y'all. LOOM. It's Loom. It's a recording device. Anytime I'm in my car and I think of a thing, I think of something in my head, because I know me, I think of something right now and I ain't gonna remember it in 2 seconds. I'll record it. And I say, okay, God, let me go back. And I push play. I go back and I say, who do I need to connect to this? Who do I need to connect with me to help me push this? I'm saying this right now, not to say, hey, go get Dr. Cindy, go do this. Join the blueprint first. Get in the blueprint. Get in there and look and see what she has. Look and see if this is going to help you. Bring your idea. If you're sitting there with a course in mind, you're sitting there with something in mind. You love baking cakes. And it ain't enough tutorial to teach me how to bake cakes. I was just looking at how to do some cupcakes. My mom is a baker by hand, but baby, I went in that line. I went in that line. And baby, I can burn the cake, some cookies, and everything else. I'm looking on YouTube. They got millions of videos on YouTube. Now you go and buy all these baking sheets. You're going to buy it. I just need just one thing to help me bake some cookies. One thing. Now, if my mama decides to do a digital course and say, I'm gonna help you out, baby, because I don't understand how you don't know how to bake no cookies. But that's just me. I went in the kitchen. But I'm saying that because you don't know what your product would do to help somebody else, okay? So I want to thank you so much, Dr. Cindy. I am so thankful. So thankful for you to join in. And just truly, I'm inspired by the Brave Method. I'm inspired by everything I'm always watching you working out. I'm like, I'm working out too, girl. Knowing I ain't worked out nowhere. I barely walk to the refrigerator sometimes. Inspired, motivated. I see her going on walks with her kids and the dog. I'm like, yeah, baby, I can't even go outside for 2 seconds without sneezing. But you're a woman of inspiration. That was the reason why I wanted to bring you on here, because you are very inspiring. You are literally like, you was one of the ones that was that rock that I needed to help me push to get the rest of what I need to get out. And with the retail store, you was there for me. You was like, look, shut. Oh my God. I kept this a secret. That was the biggest secret I ever had to tell anybody. And today, what made our 1-year anniversary for the EDU Station store. And I wanted to say this to everybody. I thank you so much for supporting us. I thank you for supporting the podcast. I thank you for supporting the store. Even if you haven't purchased anything, you're going to purchase something in the future. We thank you. We appreciate you. The only way a business stays sustainable is if you continue to support it. So go out there, go to the website, letsgoexpress.org. Find us on Facebook. Go tell us happy anniversary. Talk to us. Let us know, hey, like, we're not a stranger, y'all. Y'all do know that, right? Y'all know we in the community, right? We for the community. So we provide jobs for the community. We are actually doing other things in this community that I have not seen another educational store do. You ain't telling me Lakeshore is providing, going to help with getting tutoring access for kids. You're not going to tell me Lakeshore, all they doing is putting on events. I ain't downing them now. I ain't downing them. I don't want nobody to go share my podcast. Oh, she down to y'all. No, I'm saying, because I'm a Lakeshore fan too. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, support. If you want to keep things in the community, you want to keep things in local and everything else. And my thing is, I'm about to be like, hey, I'm gonna go on up here to Knoxville, because the people in Knoxville want me. They want me. They like, hey, bring it up here. Bring it up here. Bring it closer. But I'm like, I
love that.
We gotta support. When we have people doing things, support them, you guys. Your support, even if you just share it to somebody. The website is down below. You have Dr. Cindy's location where she's at. Here's her website. Go do it. Get it done. It's no sense of you sitting on that couch somebody, I ain't got no money, when you can go create a course. All right, Dr. Cindy, again, we thank you. Hugs from us from the EDU Station. We appreciate you guys. Until the next episode drop this week. Peace. All aboard the Education Station.